And I just got this signal. There it is.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Dirty Digs. This episode is the last of the three-part series of the 1600's house. We're still going to go back there, but for the filming that's already happened, this is going to be the last one. And it starts with us across the street at a different permission that we got while we were detecting the house. And then we move over back to the 1600's home that started it all. And then I also added, at the end of the find of the week, I added a hunt from July of 24 that never made it to video. So just a little quick hunt, doing some sellers with my wife and my father. So hope you all enjoy.
Hey, welcome back to Dirty Digs. Me and Jim, he is right there. We are... let me turn you around so I can show you what we're doing. So this home right here is newer, but that building that you can see right there is a cobbler's barn and workshop from the 1600's, which is really cool. And supposedly the house that he lived in was somewhere on this property that we're on right now. They own that as well, so there's just nothing around there to detect really. There's one tiny little patch of land and that's it. But so we're working this yard, and then there's a bunch of land up behind it, and it goes all the way around. So we'll see what we can find. I just got a mid-50 signal. I got like an old clock winder or something. I want to say that's what that is. So that's pretty cool. So far, the only things I've gotten, I got 2 Wheaties so far. I usually don't show the Wheaties, so. But I'll show you whatever else we find.
There's a million.
All right, it's got a mid-30 signal about 5 feet from where I dug that clock winder. And I got an old 2-piece button. It's got an anchor on there, so that's pretty cool. Old cuff button or something. And it's just the front of a 2-piece, I believe. Yeah, just the front. So I finally found the good side this time. Very cool. All right, it's got a mid-40s tone. I was not expecting a coin, but every once in a while these things ring in lower, depending on the composition. Certain years they added like bronze to them. But you get 1 cent. You got the shield up top, so definitely an Indian. Yep, there it is. And I'll put the undug example like I usually do. But that's pretty neat. Alright, just got a mid-70 signal down right next to this little bush here. And popped it open. You got really thick, somewhat kind of roundish piece of lead. It's got some good weight to it. I don't know if it used to be a scale weight or what. Just seems like it was shaped on purpose like this. Interesting. Alright, it's got another mid-40s tone. And we got another Indian head penny. You can make out the headdress on Liberty right there. And then on this side, you can kind of see the ON and a little bit of the E in cent. But, yeah. 2 Indian heads, nice. We're getting older at least. Alright, I was working the hill next to the house. The house is right over there. And working my way uphill right here. And I came across this signal. I already kind of got a little peek of what it is, but solid 81, 82. And I'll show you what's in the hole. That's what I saw. Pick it up. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's going to be a Rosie, I bet. Let's see. Yep. 1956, I believe. All jacked up right there. Nice. First silver of the day, at least. Alright, right at the base of this big boulder right here. Right down there. I got a mid-50 signal and got an old hinge. And we're finding more and more evidence in iron trails that suggest that there was definitely an older house in place of the one that's there right now. So we think they knocked over the old one and built a new one on top of it. So we'll see what other kind of old stuff we can find. 60. All right. Got a 60 signal right here on the side of the hill. And we got a little two-piece. Great shape. You can still see little flakes of a little bit of gilt left. That's pretty neat. It's in like perfect shape. Shank still intact, everything. Nice. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, it's got a low 50s tone. And I don't know if you can see it, but we got an Indian head penny. Just like that. There you go. I think it says 19 something on this one. But yeah, you can't really tell. But still finding Indians, that's good. I'm just hoping to find a large set somewhere. Alright, you got like a really nice pure like mid-40s signal. And you got a round ball. Unfired, perfectly round, very cool. What'd you find something?
Indian.
Nice. And then Jim just walked up and he found an Indian head. Oh, yep, right there. Very nice. Actually, what am I seeing? Oh, there it is. Now you can see where the bust is. Nice. Very cool. Alright, I got like a mid-30s tone. And we got the first flat button of the day. Very cool. Nothing on the back that I can see. So, most likely getting down towards early 1800s maybe. Nice, getting older. Can't really make anything out. Maybe something. Yeah, I think there might be like a little starburst pattern in the middle of that. Huh. Let's try cleaning it up a little bit with a brush and I'll show you if I can find anything. If I can get that any better. But I think there is. Alright, I got it a little bit better. Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, you can definitely see the little bit of a starburst pattern right there in the middle. I think that's all it is, though. Come on, focus. Yeah, you really need that light to see it. There you go. Right there. Alright, Jim just walked over. He found a button, too. No shank, but a little cuff button. Pretty rough.
I thought it was going to be
Nice.
a 2-cent piece.
Alright, we switched from across the road. That house over there. That's that cobbler spot. and now we're over across the street at the 1600's house. There's Jim, and I just got this signal. There it is. So 82 to 85, somewhat deep, not crazy deep, but we'll see what it is. I'll turn you back on when I find out. All right, I didn't film me getting it because it was way buried down underneath that big root, and then all these other roots mixed in there. But I just popped out what it is, and it's right there. And I think I saw silver. Wow, this thing's it's gonna be a Merc, I think.
Yeah.
Let me clean this up real quick and I'll show you. All right, it's got a mid 70 signal. Thought it was gonna be a deep penny, but got a little tiny D-buckle. Nice.
I like a British.
All right, I just got a very deep tone, extremely deep, probably close to a foot, and it was just barely repeatable enough, and I decided to go for it, and that little coin popped up. It's small, so I'm not 100% sure what it's going to be. Could be a token, or it could be a half cent. Or a farthing. It's a little too thick for a farthing, I'd say. So probably either half cent or some sort of token. Maybe a 2-cent piece. But I'm going to clean it off real quick and I'll show you. Alright, I got it cleaned up enough to at least get an ID off of it. I think you might need to get it in there. Just underneath that bubble in the center, you can see a 2. So this is going to be a 2-cent piece. But it's pretty well toasted. It's got, I mean, maybe I might be able to get some of that off, but right now everything that's on there is like it's like concrete, so I'm gonna have to soak it or something. But yeah, that's pretty neat. 2-cent piece.
Built it up.
All right. It's got a 25 to 27 and Buffalo. You can almost make out the date, but just not quite. But the relief on it's really nice. You can actually make out a lot of the detail. Very nice. All right, Jim just found something. Say hi.
Hello.
Show us what you got. Nice little D-buckle. Very cool. Yeah, if anybody knows what kind of buckle that is, we still have no idea. I want to say it's horse tack, but who
Jim
knows?
says it's something else.
Jim thinks it's something else. I say horse tack. Let us know who's right. All right, I just got a mid-50s tone, and I got another D-buckle. Little tiny ones over here. Nice. All right, Jim just found a buffalo of his own. Nice. Oh yeah, the back looks really nice on that one. Nice. Good job.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Find of the Week, everybody. This week we have Jonathan Travis Walker and his 2-piece Confederate block eye button. Jonathan, like me, has been around the hobby most of his life, but he started getting serious about it about 4 years ago. Currently, he is swinging the Mindlab Manicore, and he loves it. Jonathan chose the Manicore due to the fact that he is usually detecting around Civil War trenches, and the Manicore is fantastic in the iron and is top of the game when it comes to ferrous and non-ferrous separation. When he found the button, he was detecting the edge of a trench line in Richmond, Virginia area. The VDI came in at a 56 with a nice solid tone, even though there were multiple square nails all around it. The button itself would have belonged to a Confederate infantry soldier, most likely from General Longstreet's division of South Carolina troops. And that's just based off the knowledge he has of the area where he found it. That's where that division was. Jonathan's going to be starting a YouTube channel soon, but he does have a TikTok channel currently where he showcases a lot of his finds. The channel is called Detecting RVA. So go show him some love and check out his videos. Congrats again, Jonathan. Great button. And now back to the second part of the hunt. Hey guys, welcome back to Dirty Digs. I'm out here. It's really late. It's like 5 o'clock, after 5 now. So we only got about 2 hours, but I got my father and my wife out there somewhere. Yeah, we were together most of the day, so we decided to just end it with a little bit of metal detecting. So I got a signal right into the cellar like 2 minutes ago. .62, 63 for the most part. So I'll turn you on once I figure out what it is. Hopefully it's not just some bullets or something. All right, I just opened the plug up, and the hole itself is probably a good, let's see, 7 inches right now, and it's still in the bottom, so let's go. So it's down at the bottom of that somewhere. Oh, I got it, whatever it is. Ooh, what's this? No way. Not my first dig. My first one. Oh, it might be a button. Okay. Yep, it's going to be a button. All right, that's better. I was going to say, there's no way I got a copper first thing. It's going to be a nice big dandy button, though. No shank. Very cool. Well, it's a good way to start the day, so, or the short hunt that we have. So I'll get back to you with anything else. Well, this place has definitely been hit pretty hard, it seems like. I found some iron sitting on some rocks and stuff, but just got my second signal. It's probably been about half an hour. Second diggable signal. I haven't even picked up any junk in between. But I got the front part of shoe buckle frame. A little bit of fancy. It's pretty cool. Well, we're walking back to the truck, which is right over there behind that tree. And on my way back, right next to the car path, I got a little piece of cufflinks, I'm going to call them. It's got that classic octagonal shape for cufflinks, and so that's pretty cool. But I think, yeah, we get a couple cells right in this general area. I think we're going to try to hit at least 1 or 2 more before the sun goes down. It's already just hitting the tops of the trees now. All right, we switched cellars. I got this one's a big one. Big cellar right behind me. Right on the lip right here. And I pretty much made it all the way around. It's hit pretty well, but I ended up getting a mid-40 signal. It was only 2 or 3 inches down. First I had that little square hole. I was thinking it might have been one of those little Chinese coins or something, but it's just a little escutcheon piece. Very cool. I think I'm going to have to check my ground balance or something. I got a 57 to 63 signal that was like super, super, super faint. And I mean, it was only in maybe 4 inches. But nice fancy basket weave sort of style. Shank intact. It's a really nice button. And it's decent size too. Kind of thick. I don't know why it came in barely, unless it was just on edge, maybe. But I'm going to go double, triple check all my settings just in case. It's a really neat button though.
Well, we're going to be calling it quits soon. I still got to be able to drive out of the woods. But it's got a nice high tone, and it is a brass 4. I don't know what it would have went to, but brass 4. Interesting. Well, Sarah just found one of the coolest well openings I've seen in a while. Has a tree growing right over it. It's nice and deep. You can see water down at the bottom somewhere. But that's really cool. Nice and hidden right there. Alright, it's getting dark. We're giving up. A couple sellers. We only had 2 hours or so to spend anyway, so. Sarah got the one button right down by the well that's 10 feet from the truck. Nice thick, broken off shank. My father found this right in the road. Not 100% sure what it is. It almost looks like a salt pepper shaker type deal, but I'm not sure. It's glass. And then he found this iron buckle. And as you all know, I'm not great at dating buckles, so I'm not even going to try and guess on this one, especially with an iron one. Pretty sure they're all still made the same. And then the stuff I got at the first seller, we got the nice little fancy piece of a shoe buckle frame. I tried cleaning it up, but that's the front of that one half of a cuff link. That's that escutcheon piece there that I found at the second one. There's that nice fancy, I'm going to call it basket weave, but it's really not. It's like just some sort of cool pattern. And then that's the first target of the day right there. The one that I thought was a copper when it popped out. Thought it was a bent up copper at first. Until I saw that nice big shank mark where it broke off. But yeah, it's a nice dandy button there. Wish it wasn't bent, but bent on 2 sides. Yep. So not a whole lot, but not bad for 2 hours or so. All right, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next hunt.